Hi, everybody. Jason.
What's happening? Jason?
The Jasons. What are we going to call
J
this?
squared.
What are we going to call this thing?
You don't like that?
Oh,
J squared.
J squared? What's J squared?
J to the power of 2.
Oh, okay. Well, see. This guy, way more educated than me.
Yeah, you know.
So, okay. Well, I don't care. We'll figure it out. Name to be figured out for these little segments. But I guess we can start off with saying that it's been a long time since us two have gotten together and started trying to get this 19 Till Dawn thing back rolling. I think everybody knows we lost a member and some other things changed. So really we're just getting back together and trying to work on some music and brush some things up and find some members. So, but I know today we actually want to talk about our friend and lost brother, Lloyd Wallace, passed recently. Fuck cancer. Sorry about my language. Anyways, we have a song that we did with him, or a song that he actually guested on our last CD that we did.
One of 2, actually.
One of 2 songs, actually, yep. And that CD, I think, is right there. That guy right there.
Chaos is beautiful, isn't it?
That's our last little
Chris Barrow made that
shout
cover,
out.
by the way.
Shout out. And so anyways, we're just going to talk about that today. Talk about how Jason here wrote the song. That's one that he brought to the table. And I just remember when he brought it to the table, it's kind of, obviously it's a ballad. And that's usually not my jam, but this one really was. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, that's a great song. And I just heard an 80s ballad that needed this humongous, shredding, just amazing guitar solo, which this guy's not capable of. But Mr. Lloyd, one of my good friends, I talked to, and we talked to him, and without even skipping a beat, he's like, yeah, I'm in. So this song, Ghost in the Glass, and what was the other song?
Hey, you put me on the spot.
I know, right?
That really fast one that took us forever.
You know what? The albums. You know what? Well, you got to take it from albums. Well, this is going to be the part of the video that we don't know what we're doing.
I'd have to play it, go through my head and go through the lyrics and figure out what it is.
You know what it's like for getting your own songs? Well, the same way with titles. But I can do this here. That would be Lady of the Night.
That's it.
There you go.
That one, that one was hard. We went through 8 or 9 variations of that song. You just had that one riff, and then we went through so many different incarnations over a matter of a few years, actually, before we finally came up with that one.
And that song was really just a guitar. Actually, it was a warm-up exercise that I would do, and Chris would always jam to it. And then Jason heard it one day, and he's like, "Well, that's cool. Let's put something to it." So it was one of those songs that really didn't have a lot to it, like guitar-wise. I'm not talking about the song as a whole, but just I was like, well, this needs a guitar solo. You're my new puppy back there. That's Ozzy, rock and roll. But yeah, that's another song that I just felt that needed somebody else to step in that knew what they were doing, and he shredded. That's a straight shredding solo. So, but like I said, today we're going to focus on Ghost in the Glass, and Jason, you can just tell the fine people a little bit because you brought that song already done. Yeah,
well, the piano part, I had that written for many, many years, probably all the way back to 2008 or something, somewhere in there, and because I used to have a piano in my home, so I would just sit and play around, and I came up with that, and I always wanted to use it for something someday, and when 19 Till Dawn first started, it was if you listen to the first album, everything is just so balls to the wall, crazy all the time. There was no room for anything like that.
Right. That's when I first joined. It was all just heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah. And then
and the one song that was kind of not heavy, we ended up making heavy.
Yeah. And better.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, carry on.
So by the time you joined the band and we got through that second album, was still pretty heavy. by the third album, we were able to like get together a little bit more and say, hey, I kind of thinking about it. I want to slow some stuff down, you know? And then you were like, yeah, let's do it. I didn't have any lyrics, and every time I tried to write lyrics, everything was just sappy and silly and ridiculous. And so,
well, can you pause right there? Hold that thought, because I want to point something out. Jason and I, the Jasons, I'll say one thing about us is that we both listen to and like and play a wide variety of music. And that doesn't mean that ours always match up, because sometimes he brings something that I'm like, no. And then sometimes I do the same, be like, no. But the fact is that I think out of everybody that has or is in the band, we're the most open-minded? That's where, there you go. To venturing out. And, you know, it's not just right there in the box. So anyways, I just wanted to state that. So carry on.
yeah, well, because of that is another reason why it was so hard to find lyrics, because it's really easy to write lyrics to, you know, some heavy riffs and like, you know, darker stuff. That stuff, that's easy. That comes simple. But when you're trying to write something to a piano part like that, it can be hard to not sound like some kind of sappy thing that could be played at the end of the Notebook or something.
Right.
So
you don't want to be cliche, is what you're trying.
Yeah, exactly,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, some typical, like even, you know, Motley Crue would they did piano ballads and their stuff didn't sound sappy and it didn't sound cliche. And
well, to be honest, when I heard that song, "Ghost in the Glass," when you brought it, I don't mean in the style. I mean, it reminded me like of our version of a Home Sweet Home.
Sure, yeah.
I was like, well, dude, this is a power ballad that we've never done, and yeah, we got to do this. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you said, I think, pretty much. You're like, yeah, we have to do this. Because it's like a little contrast into everything else that we were doing. And trying to show that we're not just all heavy all the time.
Right.
And, I don't know, Megadeth rejects or whatever.
Nope. So, you want to play the song, and then we can kind of talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
We'll play Ghost in the Glass here. Give me a hot second. Here's Ghost in the Glass featuring Lloyd Wallace, DrScary.
Let me set the scene. Another star-crossed lover, another diamond ring.
That's this guy playing piano, by the way.
What does it mean?
It's Ozzy in the background. Ozzy playing back up.
Yeah.
When your silver tongues a show, motives revealing. When the fire burns, it's the coldest night.
I love that first chord, and it just goes.
Still got to kick in the bells a little bit.
Yeah. Well, mind you, I remember when you brought me this song, was it just piano, or was it piano and acoustic?
No, I don't think there was any acoustic at that time.
No.
And that's Zach's bass in the background there.
Yeah. Shout out to Zach. And I can never pronounce his last name, but Jason can. I think what we'll do here in just a second for you people is we're going to pause it here. Right there, we're going to pause it. And before you hear the final product of Mr. Lloyd, DrScary Wallace solo, here is him in the studio doing maybe the first or second take. I know he only had to do not too many to get the final take, but this is a little treat for everybody who hasn't got to see this, because I don't think hardly anybody has. So we'll shoot this video right here. Check it out.
So it's not too far off
Yeah.
the mark of what he ended up coming up with.
Not too far at all. But before we talk too much, well, it's fresh in your ear. Here is the final product.
Love that part.
Me too. And then also there's an outro solo that's amazing
Yeah.
also. So man, I miss him. Great dude. This is the one time I don't care if we have to use backing tracks. We got to be able to find a way to play this song live, man. It'd be the only way, obviously, backing tracks, but. And here's Lloyd's outro, which is just as amazing as the solo. So smooth.
Love it.
And those guitars came through so clean and just, yeah.
Beautiful.
That's pretty awesome there. Let's stop that. Did that on time.
Yeah, I
Very
think he
nice.
saw, because I don't, like, Haramania he didn't really have any opportunities to just have a blank open canvas and just kind of, like, create
Right.
like that, the way that we kind of, I think he saw that as an opportunity to go, yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, for sure. And I know with them, he tried to stay, he always tries to stay, he tried to stay towards some of the original stuff to make it sound in place, but he did go do his own
Oh,
thing
sure.
with school.
Yeah.
And then I know, I didn't ever get a chance till recently to listen to his EP that he put out, his solo. And I got to hear that, and that's amazing too. So, yeah, but yeah, like you're
A
totally
lot
right.
of talent, a lot of
Yeah.
talent in there, a lot of
To
talent.
get a chance to just do what he does. So, but yeah, so that's Ghost in the Glass, and that was like I said on our last release, Beautiful Chaos.
Okay.
So talking about circling back to
Yeah. So the lyrics, just listening back to it again, it reminded me of what the song was actually about, and it was about my first wife and how, I really wanted to bring focus to the idea of people struggle mentally, and it can be hard, and people have issues where they want to hurt themselves, or cutting things that can be a real problem. It can tear families apart, and it can really hurt people, and
right.
the struggle is really there, and I think there needs to be awareness and understanding that that's really, it's something that we should all understand and be there for. I wasn't prepared. I was young. I didn't understand how to be there for her at that time, and I didn't write those lyrics until many, many, many years and many wives later.
Right. Well, we've all wised up that way. So
Yeah.
So okay. No, I just taking everything in. That was, my buddy. He was my buddy. He's my friend, and just an awesome guy and player, and just us getting back into. I mean, really, it's been a year, I'd say at least, where everybody kind of just took a break, and Jason and I decided that number one, we love to do music. I mean, that's what our end game has always been, because we love to go out and do it, whether it's for 5 people or 500 people. You know what I mean? And we're not getting no younger, and this is my happy place, where I think it's kind of Jason's too, where, obviously there's lots of other happy things, but, getting out there and playing music is amazing. So, with that, like I said, that's Ghost in the Glass, and we're just going to kind of do some of this video stuff and kind of getting, I think, out there with some different media other than just trying to put covers of songs out all the time, which I love doing, but I'm sure, people like to see some interaction. So, give us suggestions, whatever. Anything you got? You want to finish up with this little?
No, not unless we want to talk about what we're working on for next time.
For next video, or just next?
For the cover that we've been talking about, what we're gonna do next.
Oh, we can tease it.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away yet. I've only told a certain amount of people, and everyone that I told, I'll tell you, they surprised number 1 and excited number 2. So, yeah, I mean, tease away. I mean, say anything but giving it away. I'll tell you that it's a song that I don't think anybody would expect. Like, if you said, give us your top 10 guesses of what songs you think we might cover, this ain't going to be in your top 500. But maybe 500.
Maybe.
I just burped on the video. Excuse me.
That's
This is the thing about video, So, what do you think? You got any?
I mean, I guess the only teaser I could say is that if you could think of the no, because anything's gonna get. I mean,
you can say
a heavy band that plays something that's not even close to anything heavy, like something like
which
that.
is what 19 Till Dawn does. Because we've always been the country band at some places and the metal band at other places. We kind of get caught.
That is true. The problem is when you're in a town like Michigan and you are labeled as a metal band, you get put on bills with people that are just heavy.
Right.
And we're not that heavy. No. So when we're gonna go out and play after, we're like, well, hey there, everybody.
Yeah, and no offense to those people, that's just not our thing,
Well, it's not our style anyway. I listen to it, but I don't play it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just, So, all right. Well, I guess that wasn't much of a teaser or an idea. I guess you can say it's.
Keep you guessing.
Keep you guessing. We'll keep you updated. I guess we'll get some kind of demo put together and figure out the song. We'll give better teasers so people can anticipate.
Well, we know the song. We just haven't figured out how we're gonna do it yet.
Right. So it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be deep.
Indeed.
It's gonna be deep. Catch you later.